Hey everybody, hello, welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk a little bit about this Krylon Kamar Varnish that I've been testing out. I've tested out this on these two paintings here, and just want to give you my assessment on this. You can find this varnish, usually it's for oil paint, so I found it in the oil painting section of the art store. I decided to give it a try. I've used this before, this can before on several paintings. And it just takes a lot of layers, a lot of applications to cover the painting. And so I want to talk a little bit about that and my experience using it on both of these test paintings right here. So this painting here is 100% sennelier, and this one here is a mixture of different oil pastels. There's neo-pastels, mungios. There's a lot of sen up in this section, but it's just a mixture. What I've noticed on both of these is they reacted differently to this Kamar Varnish. On the 100% sennelier painting, it took 8 applications for me to get coverage where when I touch it, I don't get a sticky feel to the touch. All right, and so I would, spray, right, and just go back and forth and then spray this, right, and then just let it sit for about a day. And I would come back the next day and I would do it again, and then I would let it sit for a day or two, and then I would come back again and do it again. And it took 8 of those, 8 applications. And on the later, on 6th, 7th, and 8th application, I was kind of heavy, so I went over it a few times back and forth on this. And you can see the gloss, you can see the high gloss on that. This is the gloss finish for this, the varnish. So it does have the high gloss, and I was able to get past that sticky feel after about 8 applications, with some of those being pretty heavy. This one, however, it was pretty much done after about the 5th one. This is all dry, not sticky at all. The parts that did stay sticky was the sun portion of it, which is right up in here. So the suns just take a lot more coverage to get that coverage with the varnish, where it doesn't feel sticky anymore. So other than that, it performed pretty well. It just went through a lot of this can just for these 2 small paintings, and just probably not worth it, especially when I think this one is the better choice between these 2 varnishes. I think this one is way better. They're both by Krylon. Also, this varnish is very stinky. It's got a very strong, like, chemical petroleum type of smell that lingers. And I did it in my studio, and I would close the door and I would come back even a day later and I would still smell this. And normally I would take this outside, but we've had a lot of snow and ice and rain and wind and stuff, so I can't really do that during this time. But so I did it in the studio, and then I would come back the next day and I still smelled these things gassing off, and it was pretty strong. So if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, probably want to stay away from this. It does work to protect the oil pastel painting, I'll say that. Like, this thing is both of these are really solid as far as their protection goes. I mean, there is no smearing at all on this, and the stickiness has gone away. It just took, like I said, 8 applications, with the last couple of those being really heavy, to finally get past that stickiness feel, which is really distracting and annoying when you're trying to protect your oil pastel work. But I noticed that stickiness really affected the sennelier brand, where the other brands didn't have that feel to it. And I even noticed the stickiness on this one, although not as much. In fact, this one only took a couple, 2 to 3 applications to get full coverage, whereas this one was well over 8 with some really heavy applications there. So I have to say, in the future, I won't be using this anymore. I've used it before in the past several times, but I just don't see a reason to buy this. I would have to go through several cans if I had a larger painting just to get it varnished, and that plus the strong chemical smell, there's no reason for me to keep using this product for protecting oil pastel work. Maybe it works better with oil paint, but for oil pastel work, especially if you're using more sennelier brand of oil pastel, this is probably not the good one to go with. Instead, I think this is the way better one, by far, 100 times better than the other one. This one is the matte finish, but I'm fine with matte. But it's not as strong on the smell. It dries faster, and you don't get as much of a sticky problem with the Sens on this one for some reason. So, all right, so that just wanted to give you like a quick little video on just review of this, my personal experience. So I won't be getting this anymore. Anyway, I just wanted to give you that information. I got some other fixatives over here. Let me walk over here. So over here I have this one, this Winsor & Newton gloss varnish. Again, I found this in the oil painting section, and I've never used this before, so this will be brand new. I'm going to try this out on a couple other paintings I have and just see what it's like as far as you know, how much coverage it's going to take. So that'll come in a future video. And so anyway, that's it. Real quick, I just wanted to give a heads up on this. I myself, I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm just going to probably go back to this and start using this as my predominant way to varnish my oil pastel work. Right, so future video, this one will come out next. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. All right, bye.